On election night 1993, Wayne Adams made history. He became the first black member of the Nova Scotia legislature. Almost 3 decades later, the number of black MLAs in the province is stuck at 1.
I had envisaged that there'd be a floodgate opening after my election, with many African Nova Scotians applying for a career in public life.
The sting of stalled progress hurts most in communities like North Preston, where most residents are black and which bears the brunt of systemic racism.
I think, especially for Nova Scotia, having only one black MLA is definitely not enough.
There are new efforts underway. For the first time, Elections Nova Scotia has hired an outreach officer to increase participation in African Nova Scotian communities like this one.
Voting is very important, and African Nova Scotians community in particular, we don't really pay much attention to that because we don't see representation from ourselves very much so in the election process, so this is one of the reasons why I'm here.
Operation Black Vote says there are 11 black candidates in the Nova Scotia election from an expected total of almost 200 candidates. In the provincial riding that includes North Preston, all 3 parties have nominated black candidates. But efforts to promote participation are still undermined by racial controversy. Provincial Liberal candidate Angela Simmons, who's a lawyer, is filing an official complaint against the RCMP. Simmons and her husband Dean, a police officer, say they feared for their lives after they were pulled over at gunpoint by RCMP this month.
This is why it's important to have somebody like her at the decision-making table, because she can talk about her lived experience of driving in Nova Scotia and being pulled over by the police and the experience that she had.
The RCMP defends its officers, saying the couple's car matched the description of a suspect in a shooting incident. Federally, progress is also sluggish. More than a half-century after Lincoln Alexander became the first black member of Parliament, there are 7 black MPs in the 338-seat House of Commons.
We seem to not be building but replacing black elected officials, and that's something that we want to change.
In Nova Scotia and across Canada, that change is happening more slowly than surely. Ross Lord, Global News, North Preston, Nova Scotia.